Hey you guys, you asked for it. You said you wanted to see more things about computers. Well, yeah, I love computers myself, and there has been a few videos of other things. But anyway, I got sent these from Noctua like about a year and a half ago, and I've only just got around to doing them right now. And we all know Noctua makes fans, accessories and stuff like that, and they are basically #1 brand for fans and keeping your system cool, like CP coolers and obviously fan case mounted fans inside your case. And this is what I've got here. I've got a plethora of stuff. I think I've got just one of each, and it just goes on. So these are the Chromax stuff, yeah? So this is Chromax Noctua N8 Sync 1 Chromax Red. So it's 3x4 pin Y cables. So what a Y cable is what you connect to a CPU header, and then you've got two that sprout off. As simple as that. And then we've got the anti-vibration mount. So basically this goes into your fan and stops it from vibrating inside, keeps it very cool, and without the noise, especially that's from fans that are generating a lot of spinning rotations per minute. I will get these all out of the box, so I'll just go through them really quickly. So these are yellow ones anyway, these are green ones, these are white ones, I said, red ones. And these are Noctua NA Sync Chromax Yellow 3x4 pin Y cables. So that is the Y cable. Then we've got a black cable, and then we've got a normal black one. This is different. So we've got a Noctua NA Sec 1 Chromax Black 4x4 pin extension cable. So 4 pin means it's just a PWM rather than DC that uses 3. And this is a black version and a normal standard cable. I will get these out of the box, don't worry. I just got to get this done. So we've got a yellow one, got a blue one for that side, a blue one for that side, a white one for that side, a white one for this side, a green one for this side, and a green that side. Now we've got these fans here as well. Right, these fans are awesome. I really have looked at them already, about nearly 2 years ago. This is Noctua premium fan, so it's 140mm fan. So 140 by 150 by 25mm, swappable anti-vibration pads in 6 colours. So you can get them in red, blue, black, green, white and yellow. And that's what it looks like. It looks pretty good. It does move a bit of air. I had it in my hand a second ago and it moves a bit of air. But we're going to take this all out and have a nice closer look to it. But to make the aesthetics more pleasing to the case, you can just have them all in black, red, blue, green, yellow or white. So that's the 140 version. And then we've got a Noctua premium fan, again 120 by 120 by 25mm, swappable colours, 6 colours like I said earlier. And this is what that one looks like. So this one's got more of a squarish look and it doesn't have the really weird looking thing on the sides. This one's more of your standard traditional fan. So that looks pretty cool. And then we've got Noctua premium fan 140 by 140 by 25mm, same 6 colours, anti-vibration pads and all that. And this one's the bigger version of that one, but as you can see they look slightly different. One's really, they look massive to be honest with you, don't they? One's a one's a big square one and one's a little bit like an oblobby shape, but it all can change colours, so it depends on your own preferences. And I think they're all PWM, actually they are all PWM. And then we've got Noctua premium fan 120 by 120 25mm, swappable anti-vibration pads in 6 colours. As I said before, the 6 colours are white, yellow, blue, green, red and black. And this one looks slightly different. The blades look slightly different from the other one that I just looked at. Yes, it does actually. So this one looks like it's more opened out and the other one looks more closed off at the top. Still can do the same aesthetics and stuff. So what they're trying to say is that all of these colours, that you, instead of using screws, you can use these, and stops your fans from jumping about and making loads of noise. Not that it normally does that anyway, but it depends on what case you're using. Now, I've seen people use really cheap cases, but use like the best premium fans, and I've seen the most expensive computers with the most expensive fans as well. So this is what they look like, but just in different colours. Looks like little swords. So that's what that is. And you've got a little manual inside as well, and it just shows you how to like place them into like the case as well. So first, pull the F side through the fan's mounting holes. So this will be the F side, and then you push this all the way down, and then you've got the little tip at the top, and then you put it down and it kind of locks in, and then it stops it from vibration, stops the vibration, because obviously it's made of rubber and stuff. Then pulls C-side down through the mounting holes through the case. It's simple as that. So now what we want to do is test test all the fans. There's no point testing all the other things, but what we could do is take them all out of the boxes and have a nice closer look and see what the colour science is between this, because technically, to my eyes, I've never seen a case this yellow yet, unless you custom mod it. So if you're going to mod cases and you want the best fans, then you've got to mod it to that sort of colour. If you mod it a little bit lighter in colour, it might work, but other than that, it will look a little bit off. But the whole point about it is the fans, how quiet they are and how much air they push around inside the case to keep it nice and cool. Anyway, this is not just their own Chromax stuff they do a whole range of Chromax stuff, as well as like CPU air cooler and aesthetics that go to that. And I don't know why I didn't get that. I really don't know. So Noctua, if you're watching this, no point giving me them now, because I know I'm a little bit late, but sorry, apologise, but at least we're getting this stuff done. I still think your fans are like really, really nice, but what's really good about them, they're not freaking this weird colour, like brown and cream. Like, that's so outdated, but yet your fans are still good, so that's why you can still sell them and stuff like that. But if you only just change aesthetics around like you've done, thank you for listening. Anyway, let's get on and test this out. You've got like a little edges there, and this is what keeps the seal into the bottom of this. So as you push them through, you've got to force it through there, and then these little lines, where are they? Inside here, that needs to go into that groove there. So what I'm going to do is just show you quickly. So make sure you line them up, and then unflap these a little bit, and then you push down like so. So that's that side gone down, and that's, give it a little rub left and up and down, and it will go in nicely. Look at that. So that's a nice little tight fill, and it feels nice. Nice bit of soft rubber on there to keep suspension going. And as you can see on the green and the red, you can see like there's this little bit that holds it in. But if you don't really want to do it that way with these rubber bits, you can do it the old school traditional way, which would be with these screws here. And they go into the case. So you get them mostly with any case that you buy, and then you just screw them in, and it kind of it like screws to the plastic and makes its own thread inside the hole, and then it holds onto the case itself. But it depends on how you want to do it. This way I think it's a nicer way of doing it. Anyway, show you one more time. Get the hole, get it in the hole. Where's the hole? There we go. So the hole's here. Get it in there from an angle and give it a little rub up and down. Make sure it goes in, that side's in, now that side's in, and then flap it over. I know I made it look easy, and I know this stuff is not easy, it's really annoying. To get them out, just pull it out, simple. Anyway, what's this fan? I think this fan says 144 watts. 144 watts, 0.112A amps. This is an NF S12 SA PWM fan. So what you've got here is, this is what PWM is. If I could get it out. PWM, 4 pins, 4 pin female, 4 pin, no sorry, 4 pin male, female, 4 pin male. And then you've got this like little bit there to stop you from putting in the wrong actual fan header in. And this cable is probably about 12 centimeters long. And then you've got that bit there as well. It's quite simple. Just holding it in my hand like this and spinning it, I can feel the air through my hands already. These blades are kind of weird. They've got like little bubbles on them. It's got 3 bubbles on them, 2 on the outside, 1 on the inside. So I'm gonna wonder, I really want to know how that really works, but it looks really opened out and it's pushing air and it's quite quiet. So let's test it. Right, so I've just taken these out of the box. I've just realised something. So with these, I think this one's called, what is it called? Noctua NF S12A. that one, and another one, they all just come with like the anti-vibration pads, like 4. So you can only get like 4 yellows, 4 whites, 4 greens, 4 blacks, 4 blues and 4 reds. Whereas the other one, you can get both sides. So you can get 8 of each. So 8 reds, 8 whites, 8 blues, 8 blacks, 8 greens, 8 yellows. But why not for all of them? See, if I was gonna be putting these on, I would want to make sure that I've got 4 of each. So I've got 4 reds and 4 reds at the back. Only that one can do that one. So I'm not too sure about that. Still looks cool though. It looks pretty aggressive. Now, anyway, so we've got them fans. We're gonna like obviously flow them through, see how they do. This is what I was gonna try and tell you about this though really quickly, because I never got this out in front of the video. But there'll be some B-roll of it, so it don't matter. This is nicely, look how wrapped that is. That's wrapped nice, like crazy wrapped nice. 4-pin, obviously female, and then the male end as well, to give you that little bit more of an extension on the cable. So these come pre with a black cable on there already, but if I spin it around, I could just have a green one and have green that goes with it. So it's pretty accurate on the green scale. It looks really, really quite cool. I like that. So I can just take that black cable out. But black goes with anything with that, so that's not too bad. And then we've got this version, which is the Y version. So you'll plug this into your CPU header on the motherboard, or you'll even plug it, you can even plug it this way. So you get the extension from the actual fan itself, this side, and then it sprouts off, and then you can daisy chain up a few more fans and have it going. Or vice versa, so this would connect another daisy chain. So say that I wanted to, actually no, I wouldn't want to do that, would I? So if I plug this in, which way does this plug into? That way it plugs, yeah, so that will plug in into, let me get this out. I'll show you with a better colour. So I'll take the black cable off, plug this in. So I'll plug that in, like so. Then I'll plug in another fan, and then I can route this around the back of the case and then plug this in straight into the header of the motherboard. That's how simple that will be. I like that. So they do that as well. I'm going to leave all the links in the description down below to make life a lot more easier. And one more thing to go through really quickly is these as well. So if I want to stick this in instead of using screws, I would use this instead, and then this keeps it secured to the case, and it kind of gives it like this surface of anti-vibration system going on with these. I really hate them though, I don't like them at all. I prefer to use screws. But just to show you really quickly, this is how it goes in like so, pyomp, pyomp, and then you pull it through nice and tight, then it locks in, and then you put the rest of the case. Simple, but not simple for me. I always have problems with these, and I think this is why they give you quite a lot in a box, like about 200 of them. So, well, we've got 4 here, I've got 4 here already. But I guess it's just enough to do enough cases. So if you just want to buy a box of them, at least you know you've got enough to be covered. So it gives you 20 of each in each one. Right, now let's test the fans out. Let's have a little listen to see what the sound sounds like. Right, so I've got one of the fans connected up, and this one is the A14 PWM Chromax fan. So this is connected up by PWM. I've got it connected to PWM through the BIOS at the moment, and it says rotations per minute, 1500 rotations per minute, with an airflow of 140.2, acoustic noise 24.6 decibels. Well, I ain't got my actual decibel reader right now with me, so I'm just gonna have to do it like to my ears. Plus I've got all these other fans going off as well, and it's gonna make it a little bit harder because technically it should be in the case, but if it's in, I don't think, yeah, possibly you could put 140s in there. Anyway, static pressure is 2.8. I don't even know why I'm telling you all this. Probably a bit too much. But anyway, voltage is at 12 and 12 volts even. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about all the other stuff. I think that's a little bit too confusing. But what I'm gonna say is, you wanna know, does it push air? Keep your gaming system or your video editing system nice and cool and quiet. This is what we're gonna be testing. So at the moment, I'll go into my BIOS and I'll knock it down till we can stop to what the minimum is. That's the minimum flow at the moment, it looks like. So it's not even reading up the top there what rotations per minute it is, because it's so low. Anyway, so if we drag this up, let's see what we can get to. And it said that it can do, yeah, 1500 RPM speed. At the moment it's at 1600. It's got a nice humming sound. I need to get some paper. Wait 1 second. So now we've got a piece of paper, and this will just symbolize how much airflow can be pushed against this paper, and I'll keep pushing it back until there's no flow. Normally I would do it on a bigger table, but it's just a case is not going to be that big unless you're putting it in a massive case. But other than that, if you're putting it in a massive case, you're going to probably have loads of fans anyway. So at the moment, I need to turn this down. Tone it down. 237 RPMs at the moment. 205. 173. No. That is, must be just in the 50s of RPM speed. Anyway, let's check this out. So that is pushing a bit of air from just there. This is like about 7 centimeters away, and it's pushing air. That just shows how good that really is, that it can push air so low. Now let's put it up to maximum. Let's see what we can do with that. So we're at 1144, 1260, 1359. I think we can go higher than that. Oh, I can hear it now. Oh, 1470. So the maximum I've seen this go up to is 1478. Now let's see how much air this pushes now. Oh, it's clear that it's got a lot of air that it can push at a 140mm fan. So let's see. Let me get up and have a look from the back. Cool. Still pushing air. Be good if it was that powerful, wouldn't it? I feel it trying to move me. So there's no air at all, as you can see. So if I hold it here, you can see no air's moving. That is cool. What about from the side? Blows air pretty straight, to be honest with you. I like that, that's cool. Now let's do, we'll do a sound test on all of these at the end. I just wanna see what it's like with all of them at the moment. So I'm just gonna unplug this. So this fan is saying that it can push 1200 RPM speed, and this is obviously 4-pin as well, bearing SS02, and we're not with an acoustic noise level should be 17.8 decibels, but I haven't got the microphone to obviously show you, but it would be nice because then you can see the meters going up and down, seeing if it's going over or not. But it would be better off in the case anyway. But this is just going to see how much airflow it can push. So I'm going to, what does it say again? 1200 RPM speed. So at the moment, I've got it down really low. See if this little 120mm fan can push. It's pushing very lightly there. So it's definitely going to be suitable for bigger cases. Anyway, let me get the airflow running at the top mark. And it's really quiet as well when it's on the lowest. Oh, that's clearly moving some air right there. Yeah, it's okay. It's not as powerful as the 140. Obviously, that's got a bigger RPM speed, but it's still pushing enough. Like this will be the same size of a case, this from here to here, and it's pushing enough airflow around in the case. See if it pushes in a straight line. Oh wow, it really does push straight in a straight line. Till when it gets to here, so straight, then kind of an explosion. Next time I think I'll use my smoke machine so I can show you more clearly what I'm talking about. Oh. In fact, I might use my smoke machine anyway. Right, so that's that one done. But it hasn't come up to show me if it's actually hit that mark. Let's go in auto. Hasn't come up. Okay. No bother. We know that it pushes there. So now this is the F12 PWM fan, and this is saying that it can push 1500 rotations per minute with an airflow of 93.4 and acoustic noise level of 22.4. So 12 volts. Let's see what it can do. So first off, let's lower it all down. $865 at the moment. It doesn't seem to want to slow down. Right, so now we're going to start at 0 rotations per minute, and we're going to start to increase it and see where we get going. Come on, when are you going to get going? Swing it up there, put it up here. We're not going anywhere. There we go. Stop. So we've got a low rotations per minute. It's not even reading. That's how low it is at the moment. Let's see. Got a little airflow. Looks like it's. Let's hold it at the top here. I think the airflow is stronger on the other 120mm fan, which I think is, yeah, the other fan is the A14 PWM fan. It pushes more air than that. So let's see what it's like when I really ramp it up. Whoa. 1401. Okay. Well, this is weird. This one's got a more of a stopping distance. Okay, okay. So we'll look at this like this. Right, this fan acts differently. So what I mean by the fan acting differently is the fact that it's got a curvature of the way that it pushes air through, and it only pushes to about here, and then it kind of like, you can feel trickles of air, but not just a constant continuous push of air. And also it doesn't really blow in a straight line, it blows like that sort of way into there. So that's kind of weird. I never really thought that would do that. And it's none of these fans are really pushed where they need to be. 1500 rotations per minute, and we're only getting up to 1400. The other one got to 1478. So this one's like just hovering around at 1400. And all this is just buzzing fan, but it doesn't feel really annoying. But if I had quite a few of them, it could be like, it's a weird sort of signature tone. But other than that, it's not too bad. Now, last fan. Now, this is the last fan, and this one is the NF-A15. So it's 140 mil version, and the bearings are SS02, 15 rotations per minute. Airflow is 140.2, and acoustic noise is 24.6 decibels. And it does say that it can go up to 1500 RPM, but so far I haven't seen it in any of these fans hit that. Only the one that did was like 1478. It didn't even hit 1500 or even over. So now I'm starting from a low rotations per minute, or starting it from scratch. Let's start to ramp it up a little bit. There's me stopping distance. As you can see, it's at the shaking level, which means that if I go down any more, then it will kind of stop, start, stop, start. And let's check it. Right, so there's no real airflow at all right there. So let's bump this up to the maximum. See what we're gonna push with it. We're at 900 rotation minute, 1000. Now it's doing some justice. It's definitely louder. 1450, 1431, 1437, 1443. So still no 1500 there. Now let's go and check this out over here. Yeah. This is much more powerful. You can see clearly. I don't even, let me just check the other one. See how it tests. So this is blowing kind of straight. Nice. I like the fan. Okay. Right, so as you can tell, this fan is my favourite one so far. And it's really pushing some air. And it's not the loudest either. I think this is not the loudest, but it still doesn't hit its rotations per minute, but it's still pushing that circumference of air inside the case. And this is outside, so you imagine it in the case, it's going to keep everything nice and cool and cold. So I'll be definitely using these for my next build. Right, just to show you how powerful this fan is, I'm going to get another fan. I'm going to put it the opposite way around, like so. That shows how powerful that is, and I haven't even got it connected. So let me pull a little distance from it. And these bearings, they have like a little tick towards it. Even though it's really smooth and clean, it still has to be able to push that click. And as you can see, it's pushing enough air to push it. It's ridiculous. It's really good. I love it. Even when I stop it, it's still going. So there you go. Can you see it? Like what I'm talking about? That's that little click there. As soon as it goes past that click, like now, it will keep going. Awesome. Love it. Right, so I've got my smoke machine. So I'm going to let the smoke go. And these are at full blast. And then I've got another camera here so you can see it in slow motion what it's doing. So I probably have to do a couple of different angles. So let's take one.
Better than all of the others. Just us. Said we wouldn't let things come between us. Let love rule, not be us, not us, not us. But we let each other down, 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 down. Yeah, we let each other down, 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 down. But we let each other down, 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 down. Yeah, we let each other down, 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 down.
Right, I was going to literally get you to hear all of these fans, but then all of those fans are on as well, which means that it will not be appropriate to do it like that. And if I have to turn those fans off, then obviously the fans will make the computer hotter, which means these will ramp up more, and they're not in the case and all this sort of stuff, and it's just a whole nightmare. So just take my word for it. The last one, which being that one, was my favourite, but aesthetically it doesn't look my favourite at all. These ones are more nicer. That one cuts through the wind pretty nicely. Look back through the video if you're going to make a purchase on any of these Chromaxes by Noctua. Definitely, if I'm going with like a case I want to push a lot of air and to be more quieter, would be this one, which is the, what is it? The A15, which is decent. It really is. It does push air in a nice way and stuff like that. Whereas I can't remember which one of them pushes the air like so, which is okay because it's still flowing around in the case. But say that you want to direct a fan on, say, a graphics card or a bit of RAM or something like that, and you want it to keep cool, then technically you want to like have it go into towards that position. Anyway, merch store down below. Subscribe, share, like, and follow me on all social media platforms. I'm always there. I'm a real social guy. And yeah, if you want to ask any questions, there's Discord at the bottom as well. If you want to discuss anything that's a little bit more further, then hit me up in Discord at the bottom of this video. And don't forget to share this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Roger and out.